Welcome to Batman vs. Everybody, where we pit Batman versus, well, everybody. Have you ever wondered who has more money, Bruce Wayne or Elon Musk? Or what about who would win in a fight between Chuck Norris and Batman?
Every other week, we'll discuss the Dark Knight's encounters through pop culture's multiverse with your hosts, Josh and Ever. Follow us across social media, all across social media on Instagram at Batman vs. Everybody, Twitter, Bat vs. Everybody, and Facebook at Batman vs. Everybody. Also, be sure and check out our website, www.batmanvseverybody.com, where you'll be able to find our podcasts and pretty much everything that we talk about on our episodes.
Welcome to Batman vs. Everybody, where we pit Bruce Wayne versus, well, everybody.
In today's episode, we're actually going to put Batman against John Wick. The movie just came out, and we both actually just saw it last night. I guess the the premiere is tonight, right? Or
Premiere's
Friday.
Tonight,
yeah, Friday. But we went to go see. We both went to go see it yesterday. So before we get into the episode, let's talk about the John Wick 3 or John Wick Parabellum, if you want to call it. What'd you think of the movie?
I liked it a lot. So, a disclaimer, I had never seen the John Wick movies before. Obviously, in preparation to this podcast, I binge watched them in the past couple of days. I watched one Wednesday, I watched two Thursday morning, and then I watched three Thursday night, just like yourself. I liked them a lot. It's a lot of action. It kind of reminds me of Desperado. Remember Desperado from the 90s with Antonio Banderas, and then Once Upon a Time in Mexico in the early 2000s? Kind of like that, but more modern and I guess cleaner, because back then it was a little bit more grimy. And he was in an old dusty mariachi suit, and now John Wick is in a bulletproof suit. Really, really, really nice tailored, and he's more stylish. I liked it, man. I liked it a lot. It's got a lot of action. I don't know if we should get into the spoilers. Maybe we can get into the spoilers at the end of the episode and tell people, hey, you know what? This happens, and this happens. But a lot of action, a lot more action than 1 and 2.
Well, let's talk about John Wick 1 and 2. We can maybe do that in the origin stories too, but let's just like a brief overview. John Wick 1, we learned that he's an assassin, right? He was an assassin, and he
was a retired. Yeah, he's retired.
You're right. He was a retired assassin. He came out of the life, quote unquote, for a woman. Yeah, he got married, and then she died. Like that was the premise of John Wick 1, and then what ended up happening is some Russian gangsters go to try and steal his awesome car, which
69 Mustang, man.
Yeah,
beautiful, man. It's a beautiful 69 Mustang. Yeah.
69 Mustang, and then they kill his dog, which was a puppy that was a gift from his late wife.
Yep.
And then he unleashes hell on everybody. So that was that was John Wick 1. John Wick 2. What are they called? The blood markers, I guess you could say.
It's a blood marker. Yeah, that's exactly
blood
what it
marker,
is.
right? At that point, in John Wick 2, he fights Common. Common's off.
Cassian. Yeah.
And then he has to do a job, kill somebody for in return of that blood marker, and it sets the stage for 3 because. In 2, or John Wick Parabellum, because in John Wick 2, you learn of the high table. And the blood marker that he has to honor was a part of killing one member of the high table in order for someone else to replace him.
The sister of the contract. The guy who was in charge of his blood marker. Yeah.
And then lo and behold, if you haven't seen John Wick 2, Chapter 2, sorry, spoiler alert. He kills the guy.
Yeah, 2017. Come on.
Yeah, he kills the guy who he owes the blood marker to on continental ground, which is ruled by the High Table, which is I guess you could say, safe space for all these hitmen and marksmen and mercenaries who go and there's not supposed to be any kind of killing or any. They call it business conducted on the continental ground. Then he goes over. So in Chapter 2, he goes over to Italy, right?
Yep.
I think it is. And then gets crazy over there. And I like John Wick 2 better than 1, I guess. But you have to watch 1 and 2 to set the stage for John Wick Parabellum. So I
I
did the
don't think.
exact same thing.
Yeah, I like two more than one,
Yeah.
but now having seen all three, I think you can skip one if you don't want to just watch it, and you can go two, three, because I don't think one kind of, how can I put it? One, well, I mean, they kind of refresh everything at the beginning of two,
Yeah.
so it was kind of, well, obviously it was they saw that it was going to be like, I guess, a franchise, so two kind of kicks it off. And you don't have to watch one. Watch one though. One's really good.
One's
One's really
good
good.
because
But in case you don't want to watch it, then don't watch it.
you see what sets the stage for him killing everything is when Theon from Game of Thrones kills the dog, the little puppy, dude. Like,
Yeah.
um,
Everything, all this over a dog.
and then if you don't watch Game of Thrones,
I
Theon is
don't.
the guy. You don't? Oh, dude,
No. Is that who that guy is?
that's who that guy is. So in the first one, the like younger, the son of the like Russian mob boss.
Yeah, Yosef.
Yeah, Yosef. There you go. He's actually in Game of Thrones. He was a pretty big character throughout all the seasons. He has a huge story arc, and up until like 2 episodes ago, he was in almost every single episode of Game of Thrones.
Okay.
So
So he's a big deal then.
he's
Okay.
kind of a big figure. He's a supporting actor, but he's not like the main character. But he has a pretty good storyline in Game of Thrones. And if you haven't watched it, I would suggest watching Game of Thrones because I'm one of those people who says, if you haven't watched it, watch it. But I like it. So everybody hates this final season, but that's, I digress. That's another.
I
that's
don't I
another
don't I don't I don't
conversation.
watch Game of Thrones. I've tried to watch it 2 times and each time I fell asleep. So I'm all right. I will skip it. I will
Oh, that's
skip that part. I tried it. I put it on once. I'm like, okay, nobody's home, no kids, no wife. Let's watch it. Fell asleep. Again, I'm like, you know what? I must have just been tired. I must have worked too much, whatever. Again, 2 weeks later, tried to watch. I fell asleep again. I'm like, I'm good. That's it. That's just
Yeah.
that's a sign right there.
Other than that, he's that he's the one who puts everything in motion, I guess. So I mean, like early on, like 4 minutes into this chapter 1 is
Yeah.
when they kill his dog and sets everything in motion that sets up John Wick chapter 2 and John Wick Parabellum. So I know I like the whole franchise, and we can talk about the ending a little bit later at the end of the episode if you haven't watched it. We'll talk about that. But yeah, let's get into the actual episode of this Batman versus John Wick.
John Wick. All right. So tell the tape is Batman, born Bruce Wayne, 6'2", 210 pounds. Species is human, also known as Matches Malone. Abilities include genius level intellect, peak human physical condition, skilled martial artist, and an expert detective.
And of course, we have Batman going up against John Wick. We all know him as John Wick, but he was born Jardani Jovanovic, which we learned that in Parabellum. We don't know what his real name was.
No,
Movies
would
1
always
and
just
2.
think it was Jonathan, right? But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not.
and
Yeah.
they kept everyone would call him Jonathan throughout the whole movie, so that's what
Yeah.
I thought too. But yeah, John Wick, born Jardani Jovanovic, species is human, 6'1", 175 pounds, also known as the Baba Yaga, which is Russian for boogeyman. His abilities include expert marksmanship. He is very, very skilled in close quarter combat. And throughout both of the movies, or all the movies,
Three movies. Yeah, the three. Yeah, they bring it up. They brought
I don't know if they brought it up. I don't remember if they brought it up in 3, but if you say so, they always refer to him as the man who killed 3 guys with a single pencil. So Batman's gonna have his work cut out for him in this one, because John Wick is a beast, man.
I don't know. We'll get into it in a bit. I don't want to go on a rant yet.
But yeah, so that's the tale of the tape. Let's get into round 1. I think you said you were going to say something about this.
Yeah, well, for round 1, origins, it's just like always. I'm going to say it nice and quick. So the Wayne family goes out to watch The Mask of Zorro, and they take a shortcut through Crime Alley, and Bruce Wayne is now an orphan. So we know the rest. We know them between.
So, I mean, you have to kind of watch for John Wick's or Giordani's, uh, origin story. You kind of have to watch 3. Like literally, you have to watch Parabellum. It sets up his origin story, or I guess it reveals his origin story a little bit more, because in 1 and 2, he's he's a mercenary, he's a assassin, but you really don't know much about him. He had a wife, she died, he had a puppy, they killed it, and then he wreaked havoc on everybody, right? That's what we knew from 1 and 2.
Yep.
In 3, it sets the origin story up where he was a what did they say? Oh, I forgot how they said it.
What?
He was a child. Well, he was an orphan, of course. We know
Yeah,
that.
he was an orphan.
He was an orphan. They set that up in the movie, but we find out that he's an orphan, right? Much like Batman.
Yep.
We found out he's an orphan, and then he actually goes into, I guess you could say, a school for
Yeah, kind of like an
orphans.
academy.
Yeah,
an
like
academy.
an academy. Yeah. Almost has a like an X-Men feel to it, man.
Or like Black Widow. Black Widow
Yeah,
was also part of the like
exactly.
that.
Yeah,
Just like that.
something like that. So John Wick calls himself a son of Belarus, and a member of the tribe that this director of the Russian ballet, which whenever you watch the movie, it's the ballet in the front, then in the back it's like,
Killers.
people training, people training to be like expert killers, and this director is like a mother, figure that is obliged to help him because he has what they call a boon, which is basically a ticket to help him out. Like he demands that he's owed.
Kind of like a get out of jail free card.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
get one. You get one get out of jail free card.
And so he's owed it. So basically, they help him out, right? So that sets up the story for his, like, he was an orphan. He was trained, to be a expert killer, a super marksman. Like and you saw in the movie, like they're training in very close hand-to-hand combat.
Wrestling,
the little kids, wrestling and stuff like that. So we don't know exactly what happened to John's family, or what point did he become to train to be an assassin. But we do know that, they talk about it a lot in 3 or in Parabellum, where they just talk about like his need for vengeance, and his need for having to avenge something or someone. In 1 and 2, it's his wife, and the puppy. In 3,
and the car.
And the car, yeah, exactly. In 3, I think it's a little deeper. It goes a little bit deeper, which I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so that's kind of his origin story that you kind of find out in John Wick Parabellum. So it's kind of crazy. We learn his first name, or his real name, and then how he became the Boogeyman. So
the Baba Yaga, which is just such a cool name. I love that. That was very cool. Let's go to round 2, resources.
Round 2, resources. What does Batman have?
I mean, what does he have? He's got $9 billion worth of bat suits, batarangs, Batmobiles, etc. And he's an expert in 127 different fighting styles, has a 192 IQ. You know all of that Batman brings to the table by now. But his most important resource, I think, against John Wick is very simple: familiarity. And I'll get into that how and why in the next round. But that is his most important resource against John Wick, is familiarity.
And then resources that John Wick has. Gold coins. We can't really put a price on it. We've been looking to see how much he's worth, but in chapter 1, John Wick 1, the first movie, when they kill his puppy, and he regains consciousness, and he breaks the basement floor and like pulls out his war
chest, the chest.
Zoom in on the guns, and then just stacks and stacks and stacks of these gold coins. Now in the John Wick universe, they use these gold coins, I guess you could say, as like a favor. You do this for me, I'll give you a gold coin. And then in return, what I'm thinking or what I've read online is that those coins can be redeemed for something else. Like the gold coin can be redeemed for staying at
The Continental.
the Continental, the hotel. The gold coin can be exchanged for medical services, can be exchanged for suits, can be exchanged for guns, and there's a whole underground network where essentially if he has unlimited coins can get him literally whatever he wants, whenever he wants, wherever he wants.
But he doesn't have unlimited coins, though.
I mean, he has enough. Like he always
Yeah.
finds some. He has a whole bunch at his house. He has, as you found out in Parabellum, he has them stashed in places. So we don't even know how many more stash places he has because he went to the New York Library.
Yeah.
And then pulled out gold coins and some other stuff that he needed to go redeem himself or ask for favors. That being said, if you were to take, like, I would assume that maybe one gold coin is about an ounce. That's usually how they sell gold coins per ounce. If you take the gold spot price today, it's $1,286.35 per ounce of gold.
So let's say each coin is $1,000. Let's round it down, or let's say $1,500. Round it up.
$1,500, right? Yeah. So each coin, and then when he was in Parabellum, he had about, I think, 6 coins that he pulled out of, the book that was hidden in the New York Library. So if we do 1,500 times 6, he has about $9,000 walking around pocket change.
Yeah. He's got about $9,000 walking around. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then you use one of those coins to redeem, a favor, and he can get unlimited guns. That's all I'm saying. That being said, that's what he has. Oh, of course he has tactical suits that he wears. Awesome all black suits that have.
So we said, I'm gonna cut you off real quick. We said that one gold coin is 1,500, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So $1,500 for one gold coin. 1 billion divided by 1,500 is $666,000. So 666,006 coins. That's 1 billion times 9. Let's see what the math is on that. That's what the calculator's for. So does John Wick have 5,999,994 coins?
We don't know. We don't know how many he has. We don't know.
He does not. He does not have that many coins.
We don't know how many he has, first of all, because he only. I mean, and then in chapter 2, well, he burned them all, but still. And then in 3, he goes where they're making the dang coins. I mean, literally, he could pick them up and walk away.
And he didn't take any. I mean, we're just, you know what? Let's just throw it out there. If you haven't watched part 3, Parabellum, do not listen to this because we are just going way full on spoilers. He didn't even walk out with anything. Like that was a bad move on his part, but whatever. He walked out with Halle Berry, so he's a winner.
Yeah, that's all that matters. And Halle Berry is in Parabellum. Yeah, those are his resources, man. Unlimited guns all around the world. Doesn't matter where Batman chooses to fight him, he'll know someone that has guns and easily accessible. Bulletproof suits. I mean, kind of sounds like a bat suit, if you ask me.
Well, it's only a bulletproof suit, though, not the actual shirt or the head. I don't know about the pants. I don't know about the pants. The pants are I don't know. No, I mean, what they show in the films is just him getting shot in the shoulder, him getting shot in the chest.
Yeah, the chest.
Yeah, and the side chest, not the front chest. I don't know if the tie is bulletproof. It's a cool suit, but it's not a full body suit like a bat suit.
It's fashionable. It's way more fashionable than a bat suit.
Oh, that definitely is way more fashionable than a bat suit. Yes, we can agree on that.
So yeah, that was resources there. Now I think we're gonna get into the round where it might get a little dicey here because
round 2 obviously Batman wins it. $9 billion against a couple gold coins.
Yeah, a couple.
Well, okay, no. Does he have 5,999,994 coins? I don't think he does. So in the house that got burned down, he probably had 300? It's a lot. It's a lot of coins. It's not 5,999,994. So resources, round 2, Batman gets it because you can have all the guns in the world. You can have a couple coins, but it's not $9 billion bucks and all the tech anybody could ask for.
That's funny, man. So round, yeah, I mean, fine, whatever. He has a little bit more money.
He has a little bit more money.
He has a little bit more.
A lot more money.
A lot more money.
A lot more money.
So round 3. Now this is where it's gonna get fun.
This is where it should get fun. What does John Wick do? John Wick kills. What does Batman do? Batman hunts killers. He doesn't kill them. He doesn't kill them. He hunts killers. There's a difference. Batman doesn't kill. Well, at least for the most part, Batman doesn't kill. Batman just incapacitates. He might put you within an inch of your life, but he will not kill you. You will basically be dead, but he will not kill you. You might be a vegetable, but he's not going to kill you. You're still going to be breathing, but he's not going to kill you.
That's funny, man. So, mano a mano, round 3.
I'll go first because
right,
I'm excited about this.
Go ahead.
So, mano a mano, round 3. So, all we know is that John Wick is a hitman. He's an assassin. He's a killer. The thing is, Batman's fought and defeated guys like that every day and twice on Sundays in Gotham City. All day, every day. That's all Batman does. He fights, he hunts, he incapacitates hitmen, killers, assassins, all day, every day, twice on Sundays. You know who Victor Zsasz is?
No.
So Victor Zsasz is a knife-wielding serial killer who is an unpredictable criminal genius. He has scars all over his body for each kill, and his body's covered in scars from head to toe. Each kill, he has a little scar on his body. And he's gone toe-to-toe with Batman before, multiple times, and each time he fails. That's a John Wick knockoff right there. That's one.
John Wick knockoff.
Or what about you know who Anatoly Knyazev is? No. So he's the KG Beast. That's what they call him. That's what he's better known as in the comics. The KG Beast from Russia, right? Or from Belarus, maybe, just like John Wick, just like Jordani. You never know.
Yeah.
So KG Beast is an extraordinary hand-to-hand combatant with cybernetically enhanced strength who has mastery over every known deadly weapon. But on top of all that, what he actually has is a cannon for an arm. I'm not talking about a football. This guy can throw a football 60. No. He's got a literal cannon for an arm. Literally. What does John Wick have? He doesn't have. What is it? Come on. If Batman took down the KG Beast, who's cybernetically enhanced, he's a cyborg basically, half human, half robot, and he took it down with a gun for a. He's Mega Man. He's Mega Man, and Batman took down Mega Man. Come on.
We don't know if John Wick is not enhanced or not, man. We don't know.
Well, you're right, but we're going based off what we do know. Peak John Wick, peak Batman.
Yeah.
That's one right there. So what about have you ever heard of Floyd Lawton?
No.
All right, so that's Deadshot. Deadshot.
Oh, yeah.
Deadshot is the premier marksman in the DC universe because he never misses. So Deadshot shoots to kill, one shot, one kill, does not miss. You know who the only person who's ever made a miss is?
Who?
Batman.
Oh,
of course it is. Batman is the only person who's ever made a miss, and you can see that in Detective Comics number 474 back in the 70s. So John Wick actually misses a lot. We were talking about 1 and 2. John Wick misses a lot. Like in chapter 1, when they're in the Turkish bath and you're talking about Theon at the Red Circle, Yosef. He's got multiple shots at him when the guy's getting out of the Turkish bath swimming pool, and he misses. Deadshot wouldn't have missed that. Deadshot would have killed him between the eyes. That's one. Or in chapter 2, when he's fighting in the nightclub, shooting at Cassian, that Common's character, when Cassian's when John Wick's up top and Cassian's down low, and they're walking side by side and they're just shooting at each other. He misses 5 straight times, man. You know who wouldn't have missed that?
Nah.
Deadshot. That's right. Deadshot wouldn't have missed that. This is what I'm going to tell you. You know what John Wick is to Batman? He's a Tuesday night criminal. That's what John Wick is. He's Tuesday night for Batman. He's seen him before. No big deal. Mano a mano, Batman's got this.
So let's take a look at that. Man. So I have some information here about John Wick 1 in John Wick, the first one. So when they first go attack him at his house, he has a 95% shot accuracy with 11 headshots, 13 confirmed kills. In the Red Circle, you're talking about when he missed Theon, even though he missed him, his shot accuracy was 83%, and he had 23 headshots there. Right? 23. He killed 28 people there. In the church,
Congrats.
he had 7 headshots, killed 16 people there. In the compound, he had 100% shot accuracy. He killed 10 people with 6 headshots. At the dock, another 100% shot accuracy. Dude, in total, he used several things to kill people. He used guns. He used a car, the Dodge Charger, the 2011 Dodge Charger that he used to kill people. He used bombs. He used wires to choke people out. That was only in one. In John Wick 1, he kills 77 people with an 86.52% accuracy, with 49 headshots of those 77 people. In John Wick Chapter 2, dude, he kills way more people in Chapter 2. He kills 128 people with an 80% shot accuracy, 302 shots fired in that whole movie there. In 3, actually, they haven't done any. They haven't posted that yet.
Yeah,
because it just came out. But
probably not until next week.
3, he kills Boban. All right, he kills Boban with a book. Boban is 7'3". Shout out. He used to be a basketball player for the San Antonio Spurs, so shout out San Antonio Spurs. What up? That being said, in the opening scenes of John Wick Parabellum, he kills Boban with a freaking library book. And then, like they always say, he's killed people with a pencil. He is such a skilled killer that he has killed so many people with so many different objects that, dude, it doesn't matter what close quarter combat, no bat suit.
We're not talking about no bat suit though. We're talking about bat suit. What do you mean why not? Because we're talking about prime John Wick against prime Batman. Batman's going to be prepared. Batman's going to have the bat suit.
Always has a bat suit.
He always has a bat suit.
Always on him.
He's always on him, dude. He's always got it. I mean, we're talking about Batman. He's not going to fight Bruce Wayne. He's going to fight Bruce Wayne. That's totally different. We're talking about Batman. Batman's going to come in full gear, blazing. Now, Batman's suit is completely bulletproof except for the mouth. What do you keep saying? Headshot, headshot, headshot. That cowl that he's got is 100% bulletproof. So shoot me in the head all you want, John Wick, because it ain't going to do anything to me.
Okay, in Parabellum, when they go into the hotel, what do all the people that come in from the high table have on them?
The motorcycle suits.
They have a bat suit.
No, they don't have a bat
suit. They
suit.
have a freaking bat suit, dude.
They don't have a bat suit.
The head is dude. He kept shooting people in the head, and they
like
was
SWAT,
bouncing
like the
off.
SWAT things. Yeah, like the SWAT. No. When he shot him in the head, he would kill them. That's the only way that he could kill them.
No, the only way he would kill him was when he used the shotgun to kill him.
The armor piercing.
Yeah, the armor piercing rounds. So he has armor piercing rounds. Could those, and I'm pretty sure they will, pierce the armor of Batman. Dude,
if he gets that.
Dude, and then even at that, when he got close to those guys, he literally had to like twist their head so he could expose their neck and shot him in the neck. He was such a skilled marksman that he could shoot him in the neck. I'm pretty sure he could shoot Batman in the mouth area that's not covered.
Not the way Batman's moving. I'm going to put Batman, drop him into that Continental scene in Parabellum. I'm going to drop him in there. It's dark. Batman works best when he's in the shadows. That's one right there. It's true. He works best when he's in the shadows. So, again, going back to Parabellum, remember at the end when he's fighting the Mark Dacascos character, the bald guy with the sword? Yeah. He kind of keeps creeping up behind him. Boom.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Batman's going to do, except that Batman's going to be skilled enough and not mess around with them and not be a fanboy like Mark Dacascos, who was like, hey, it was nice meeting you. No. I'm going to snap you. I'm not going to snap your neck, but I'm going to freaking break your knees and make sure that you can't move.
Dude, no, man. Look, he gets shot, falls off the hotel at the very, very end, and lives. Spoiler alert. Lives. Dude, there's no way, even if Batman incapacitated him, he's still going to live. And he's still going to continue.
No, and you're right. He is going to live because Batman's not a killer. He ain't going to kill nobody. Batman's just going to, turn him into a vegetable, but he's not going to kill him. No, Batman's not killing anybody here. We're not about that life. That's John Wick style. That's John Wick style. Look, here's the thing. So I gave you three examples of serial killers, of assassins, of hitmen in the DC universe who are on par, if not, well, no, they're not better. They're on par with John Wick. Deadshot is a better shot
Marksman.
than, yeah, he's a better marksman than John Wick because he doesn't miss except Batman. You know, whatever. Batman better. And that's the only person who he's ever missed against. Other than that, he misses. He wants to miss it because it's on purpose. So I don't see where John Wick is going to bring anything different than what Batman faces every day of the week, every night of the week. I don't see it. It's cool, you know. He does his whole fighting, but you know what the thing is? It's all gun based with John Wick. Everything's gun.
What
It's
are you
gun
talking
proof.
about? In Parabellum, he like used knives. Did you see that? He used glass, knives, books.
Yes,
Like he
yes,
doesn't,
yes, yes, yes.
dude. It's
But
not just only
no,
guns.
no, it's mostly guns. It's like 75. It's like 90% guns. He doesn't really do hand-to-hand fighting. What he does when he does close quarters is he gets, like you said, he gets you an opening to shoot you in the neck. He opens up your face mask to shoot you in the face. He
Yeah.
shoots you a couple times to bring you down. Nope, I don't see it, man. I know it's going to be a good fight. Batman, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be like Pikachu. It's not going to be like Pikachu. It's not going to be like Elon Musk. It is going to be a good fight, but the Batman's going to win it though because he's seen this multiple times. He sees it every day. He sees not just one, but he sees thugs and thugs and thugs of killers who are like, I'm going to kill Batman, and Batman doesn't kill them because here's the saying that Batman always says: if you murder a murderer, the amount of murderers are still the same.
Dang. I'm still gonna have to. I mean, he's gonna. So at the end of the movie, he falls off the Continental, gets shot,
Yeah,
falls off the
yeah.
Continental, and then lands on the street.
But they don't show. They
Then
don't tell you if he's paralyzed or what damage he has. He doesn't even talk at the end of the movie. He just like raises his hand. He raises his middle finger, and that's it. And he's like, yeah, he doesn't do anything. Lawrence Fishburne's character is the one who does most of the talking.
and then he goes up to my boy Larry Fishburne. All right,
Boys in the Hood.
dude, he's gonna have Lawrence Fishburne, Bowery King, all those dudes, the quote unquote, I guess what they were calling it, underworld,
Yeah.
in the movie, and dude, he could wreck some stuff with all those dudes and with Larry, Larry Fishburne there, dude. So I don't know, it's gonna be kind of crazy.
So are you bringing in the underworld to help
Yeah,
him?
dude, they're gonna help him. He's gonna give him a coin. They're gonna help him.
Hey, that's cool. I'll bring in the Bat family to help me.
God.
So I've got Robin, I've got Nightwing, I've got Red Hood, which is basically John Wick. If you look up Red Hood is basically John Wick with armor. He's just a dude who shoots people, and he, unlike Batman, even though he was an old Robin, he actually went further than Batman in the sense that he doesn't mind killing. So Red Hood is a killer, just like John Wick, except that he was trained by Batman. So I'm gonna bring Robin. I'm gonna bring Nightwing. I'm gonna bring Red Hood. I'm gonna bring Red Robin. I'm gonna bring Batgirl. I'm gonna bring the Bat family to help me against these little thugs from the underworld, against
Halle
Larry
Berry and the
Fishburne.
dogs.
Hey, the dogs were awesome. I'll give him that. But you know what? I have Ace the Bat Hound, so he's gonna do his thing too.
And then the concierge from the
Continental.
hotel. Yeah.
Hey.
That dude was gnarly.
What's Alfred Pennyworth if not a
dude.
concierge that wasn't? I mean, am I right or am I wrong? What's Alfred Pennyworth with a lot more experience than the concierge from the Continental, man?
I don't know. He looks like he had a lot of experience because he was wreaking havoc on those holes.
Really, with the shotgun, that's
With
it.
the
Alfred
shotgun,
Pennyworth is.
man.
I mean, with the armor. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Familiarity is the key here. Batman faces people like John Wick at all times, every day, like I mentioned to you. So, how can I put it? He's fought Bane. Bane is a killer and beat Bane. He's fought KG Beast, Victor Zsasz, Deathstroke. You know who Deathstroke is? Deathstroke is basically John Wick with super speed, super strength, and Batman's defeated him. No comparison. It's a good fight. But
it would be a great fight.
It's gonna be a great fight. Somebody's gonna lose a couple liters of blood, maybe break some bones, but Batman's gonna win. It's great. It's great. John Wick looks great when he's fighting against foes who aren't as trained. or focused as he is. And what's that? You know what I love most about this episode is, can you bring up the quote, that the way that they describe John Wick? Do you remember it from 1, 2, and 3?
He's the one that was. I think it's something like he was the one that was. Now I don't remember. What is it?
Okay, let me tell you what it is, because it describes him perfectly.
It describes him as the person who you call to kill the boogeyman, to kill Baba Yaga, right? Is that what it was?
Yes, but there's something else. Give me a second.
Yeah.
So he is a man of focus, a man of commitment, and of sheer will.
Yeah.
If that doesn't describe Batman, then what does? And John Wick too. Let's not get it twisted. But if that doesn't describe Batman, focus, attention to detail, commitment, always hits his goal, sheer will. Batman's only superpower is that he never gives up. That's Batman right there.
Batman.
And John Wick, I guess, to a lesser extent.
Oh man, but it would be a great fight to watch. I'd say that for sure. And definitely spoiler alerts. We need to put a spoiler alert at the very beginning.
You definitely have to put a spoiler alert, because the movie's so fresh on our minds, having just seen it. And you know, it was a great movie.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Awesome movie. Went to go see it last night. It was pretty awesome. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely say check it out.
And you're a fan of action films, which you should. If you're a Batman fan, you should be a fan of action films.
But in this episode, I still think it's going to be a push, because he just hasn't died. Like John Wick hasn't died, so we don't know if he can be defeated yet. He can be defeated. He was defeated in multiple times throughout the movies. I mean, I guess you could say, has Batman ever been defeated or got knocked out?
Batman has, yes, been defeated and gotten knocked out, just like John Wick, but he always comes back stronger. He learns from his mistakes. Why do we fall, Bruce? So we can get back up.
Yeah.
Batman Begins. Quote me on
that. Same thing with John Wick, dude. He fell off the freaking Continental, and he lived to tell about it. So we're gonna see. I think you said your thoughts were that they're gonna do like more. I don't know, what are your thoughts of the ending of the movie, and if they're gonna do any more?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be like a franchise, kind of like Fast and the Furious, where they're going to just kind of keep adding a different layer, a different character, a new actor, bring this guy in, bring that guy in. And I think they're going to keep going. I don't see where, I mean, it's probably going to end, but I don't think it'll end soon. We probably got at least 2 more movies. Do you know Keanu Reeves is 54 years old?
Dude, I didn't know that.
54 years old, man. I mean, he doesn't look 54 years old.
Dude, not at all.
He looks like he can still go a couple more movies. So maybe they're going to do it until he's bored and he doesn't want to do the training anymore. Or maybe that's his walk around weight. I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
But so, I mean, Keanu Reeves being 54 years old, I'm going back to the mano mano. I'm not going to lose this mano mano. Keanu Reeves going back to mano mano, 54 years old against prime Batman. No, man, no comparison. And then the way he hobbles, I love the way he hobbles.
Oh,
The way have you ever seen somebody run like that?
Oh, dude, that's what I told my wife last night when we were watching the movie. Like, dude, he runs so funny.
It's really funny the way that he strains himself to run. So there's 2 things that really stand out: the way that he strains himself to run, and then the way that he angrily reloads every time. It's just. To me, it's really funny the way when he reloads the guns, he just gets so angry and he's like, "Oh, I have to reload this gun." Love it, man.
So, I mean, you say you won.
I think Batman wins. I'm gonna let the listeners decide. If you're saying this is a draw, I won't take it, but I'll accept it. Passively aggressively, I'll accept it. But I think Batman wins, just because of the fact that he's fought people like John Wick multiple times and he's still here. And everybody that John Wick fights, for the most part, is not there anymore. Accept it, because I guess. But to me, Batman's gonna win because of the fact that he's faced people like John Wick, all the time, and he's defeated them, and he's still here. As opposed to John Wick, he's never faced anybody like Batman. And whenever John Wick faces somebody, they're not here anymore because he kills them. So I would say that Batman wins, but that's just me. I'll let the listeners decide what they think.
So we're gonna end this with the bat fact. Can you have a bat fact for us today?
I'd actually rather end it with this. So we're gonna pass on the bat fact this week for this episode.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the movie, man. How great was freaking that? I want to keep talking about it because it was really good. And you know what? I know we talked about it already somewhat, but what the movie really brought to light for me was this: how come they can't make a Batman movie like that? Like, think about how simple it was. How it John Wick, really all it is just fighting, man, with guns. Yeah. Batman doesn't fight with guns. That's fine, but you don't have to overthink all this. Oh well, we have to do something supernatural. Dude, just put Batman with a bunch of thugs and let him beat him up.
Yeah,
that's simple, man. That's super simple.
The thing that my wife didn't like about the movie, actually, there's just like, dude, like the Yakuza dudes, just like slice people's necks in the freaking subway, and nobody did anything, and nobody does anything.
No police officer.
Like there's no police officers there. People just walking around it, like no one even noticed, no one even cared. And then like all of a sudden the next shot they disappeared. The people they like sliced their like.
I was about to say, I'm like, where did the bodies go?
Yeah, where the bodies go?
They'd be on World Star like immediately if that were to happen now.
Yeah, dude. So like, I mean, maybe that's in the John Wick universe, right? The John Wick New York City universe. That
I was about to say. Sometimes you just kind of have to sweep it under the rug and say, "Hey, dude. John Wick," just like we sweep under the rug in the comic book community and say, "Hey, it's comics." You sweep it under the rug, whatever. Just accept it for what it is.
Yeah. Same
but that's the one thing that stood out to me a lot about the movie and the 3 movies that I've seen. It's like, man, like Warner Brothers and DC Comics just kind of overthinks it. Just put Batman out there. Put him fighting some dudes. We're going to be happy about it. Look at how happy people are with John Wick fighting just no names.
Yeah.
So put Batman out there fighting no names and throw in maybe 1 or 2 villains that we know. They don't even have to be like, you had never heard of KG Beast. Throw KG Beast out there. That'd be cool. You had never heard of Victor Zsasz. Throw Victor Zsasz out there. That'd be cool. And those are just 2 to name a million other B list villains that Batman's got. Everything doesn't have to be Joker. Everything doesn't have to be Superman. Everything doesn't have to be whatever else, Bane. It could be different, it's and going based off of that, what do you think of the casting of this Robert Pattinson?
Oh, dude,
Batman?
I was gonna ask you that.
My God. I know. that's why I'm asking, because I know you used to watch Twilight, and
I've seen all the Twilights. I've seen all 4 Twilights. I know
you've seen them, and that's why when I saw the news, I'm like, oh, we got to talk about this.
Yeah, dude, I was actually gonna ask you that. I don't know. So I saw an article, like I read it on Facebook. It said, like, if you've only watched the Twilight movies, look at or watch these other movies that Robert Pattinson is in.
Yes.
Because it goes deeper into the character, like his acting style and his him being an actor. Now, that being said, it doesn't matter. I've seen a couple other movies with him in it. He's always gonna be the vampire from Twilight. Yeah. If they cast him as Batman for real, I'm gonna it's a dude. I was kind of pissed that Ben Affleck was Batman.
But and here's the thing: why were you upset? And you're not the only one. Millions of people were upset that Ben Affleck got cast as Batman. But why though? I never understood that.
Because he's just not. He's not that type. Like, I hate to put him in a role. Like,
but what's his defining role though?
Dude, he's a guy from Boston. Like, that's like he has a Boston. Like, I'm surprised that Batman didn't have a Boston accent when he was playing him.
Does he actually? I really don't. I mean, maybe he's just that good at hiding it. No, I know he's from Boston, but I don't hear the Boston accent.
Well, no,
like you do with Matt Damon.
Hide it. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he can hide it, but like.
Or Mark Wahlberg. That's super noticeable, with them,
But
I don't know. I just hear it.
Dude, Christian Bale's the other what's the other dude's name?
Don't you dare say George Clooney, or we will hang up right now.
Oh, Samantha said George Clooney.
Oh my God, that's
not George Clooney. Yeah, not George Clooney. Christian Bale did a good Batman. I think.
You're talking about Michael Keaton, the one from the 80s.
Yeah,
and you see and I've also I know multiple buddies of mine who are into the comics that say, yeah, Michael Keaton's my Batman, but I think with Michael Keaton, it's their Batman because of the fact that that's what you grew up with. So nostalgia.
That's exactly what I was going to say, right? Yeah.
So nostalgia is like, man, that's the first one I saw. That's always going to be my Batman. But what about the people who grew up with the Bright Knight, Adam West? Is that always going to be their Batman? Yeah, you know. So it kind of depends on what you grew up with. For me, my favorite Batman, and it's going to be everybody's going to be like saying, "Nah, you're stupid." My favorite Batman's Val Kilmer. I love Val Kilmer. I thought Val Kilmer was really good. I actually liked that movie a lot. I really liked that movie a lot. Just the villains, because it wasn't as wacky as the George Clooney ones, but it wasn't as dark as the Tim Burton ones. So it was kind of like a good mesh for me, at least. So that's why I like that Batman and the Bruce Wayne as well. But with Robert Pattinson, dude, you can tell me, like you said, you can tell me, oh, watch these movies, watch Cosmopolis, or whatever, or watch this and that. He's a great actor. That's great. He doesn't look like Batman. He doesn't. I mean, does he? He doesn't look like Batman, dude.
He's too pale, man.
Pale skin, reddish hair.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's gonna diet, that's cool, but I don't know, man. It's just, just give me. God, I think they had it good with Ben Affleck. That's why I honestly did. It was an older Batman. It wasn't and going with that. So with Robert Pattinson, I guess they're gonna do a young Batman, kind of like So there's a story arc in the comics. It's called Batman Year One. It shows the early ages, the 20-year-old, 25-year-old, young 30s of Bruce Wayne and how he goes into that. Because the dude's he's a thin guy, man. He's like probably like 170 pounds. So that's how you can get away with, hey, you know what? He's not the 210-pound freaking beast that he is now. You can kind of say, well, this was him starting off. And I bet you what they're gonna do. This is just from my own thoughts. I bet you what they're gonna do is he's probably not even gonna be in the batsuit that much. He's probably just going to be training, kind of like in Batman Begins, where he's more in the Batsuit in Batman Begins, but they're probably going to really focus on, hey, Batman training, how he would think about coming up with the suit. And he'll probably be in the suit for like 40 minutes, 30 minutes of a 2-hour movie. So he won't be in the suit that much. I think that's how they can get away with an actor like that, where it's like, hey, we're really going to concentrate on your acting skills. And you're really going to develop Bruce Wayne. We don't really care about Batman.
Yeah.
You're gonna develop Bruce Wayne more. So maybe that's what they're gonna do, but I don't know, man. That was kind of weird. You hear who the other actors in line were?
Nah.
Nicholas Hoult. You know who that guy is from X-Men, the new movies. Beast. Kind of looks like Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like, and the other guy who was in line was also Aaron Taylor Johnson from Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass. Yeah, they all kind of look alike. So I guess they're going for that look. But yeah, it was weird, man. I guess they're doing it for the ladies. Ladies, do you guys want Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne? I don't understand.
Hey, did you see the? So did you see the preview for the Joker movie?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
That was crazy. Like,
yes,
I was
grounded.
I was tripping. Yeah, I was tripping. Who was the actor that was in that?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, Joaquin. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
and I bet you what's going to happen with that is he's going to be Joker very little in the movie. Also, it's going to be more of the development of why somebody loses their mind in one day, because that's the deal with Joker. All it takes is one day to somebody to lose their mind and do what he does and turn into chaos. So I bet you that's probably what it's going to be, like all these unfortunate events leading up to him losing his mind, and then at the end we'll get. I doubt we'll get any Batman. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get a single snippet of Batman. Maybe like a bat signal or something, but I don't think we'll actually see him. So I don't know. I like the Joaquin Phoenix, though, man, because he looks kind of sadistic. So
yeah, he looks crazy. I mean, he's no Jared Leto, but I'll watch it. I'll watch it, dude.
He's no Heath Ledger.
He's
no Jack Nicholson. He's no Jack Nicholson. Yeah. The little fat Joker. He's not a little fat pudgy Joker, but we'll take it. I don't know, man. I just thought that was. I'm pretty sure most people thought that was out of left field. That he just. Okay, we're gonna cast Edward from Twilight as Batman. So who knows? We'll give him a chance.
Is that confirmed? Like, was it confirmed?
No, but it's they reported it because it's in the final stages. Who knows? Maybe they'll pull a Sonic and be like, you know what? Screw this. We got a lot of bad feedback. You know what? You're good. You can play one of the villains in the movie, or you can play Robin or something. I saw a meme showing that Taylor Lautner was cast as Robin.
Dude, it's gonna be, and then like we're gonna need the girl from, what's the girl's name from Twilight?
Bella.
We're just gonna need her there with
as Poison Ivy or Catwoman, Batgirl. God,
it'll have the whole Twilight cast reunited there.
Oh my god, that is the worst.
But yeah, I would just have to say there's a lot of cool stuff coming up. One, two, the next episodes that we're going to be doing are going to be lining up with some movies that are coming out. So be sure and stay tuned for new episodes for sure. Um, this was a fun episode. I really liked it because I got to actually watch the movie, not like when you got to watch Pikachu and then you talked about it, and then I was just like,
Yeah, no, yeah, of course that helps a lot. And also
yeah,
it's
it helps a lot.
it's a cool character. It's John Wick,
Yeah,
man.
John
It's
Wick.
a very cool character who if somebody from the 6 episodes we've done, if somebody's gonna give Batman a run for his money, it's gonna be John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick. But yeah, other than that, let us know who you think won this episode because I'm still not convinced. Because even though Batman might beat John Wick won't die. But I mean, Batman's not going to kill anybody, like you said.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: John Wick's going to come back, and if John Wick can come back, he's going to keep coming back until Batman is forced to kill him. But I don't know if that would ever happen.
Well, it's just like the Joker. Batman never kills the Joker. He could kill him and end all this whole back and forth, but he's never going to do it because that's not his way. So it's the same thing. So are you saying that we're talking about Joker Wick? Is that what you're trying to get to?
So we'll see. I mean, he'll keep coming back. That's what I think. So let us know. I would say let us know who won. Send us a message on Instagram. Send us a message. Leave a comment on anywhere you want. On social media. Let us know who won. But yeah, definitely that was this episode of Batman versus Everybody. Follow us on social media anywhere you can. On Twitter it's Bat versus Everybody. On Instagram, Batman versus Everybody. And I think we should have some cool artwork coming out, right?
Yes. So our episode will officially drop on Monday or Tuesday at the latest. But if you're subscribed to iTunes, you will get it sooner. If not, Monday or Tuesday at the latest, you'll be able to check out new artwork by Rick.draws on Instagram. He's going to make something special for us on Batman versus John Wick.
Yep. And we're working on the Facebook page, so I know it should be up soon.
Yes.
So like us everywhere. Like I said, all the music here is produced or created by our buddy Angel Montoya. Follow him on Instagram at Angel Montoya 956. He's out of the RGV, repping the RGV there. He has DJ business, music business. So give him a shout, give him a like if you need anything for music wise. That being said, great episode. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.